How to choose coffee for healthy benefits. Organic coffee beans have been grown without the use of pesticides and synthetic fertilizers. While scientists haven't established whether using pesticides to grow coffee leads to pesticide residues on the beans themselves, pesticides are harmful to the planet and to farm workers. Pesticides increase polluted water runoff, and may lead to symptoms like headaches, dizziness, and difficulty breathing in farm workers. Organic brands may be a little pricey, but they are the healthiest choice for the planet, and probably for your own health. Some studies have shown small increases in nutrients in organic produce compared to conventionally grown produce. This means organic coffee may actually be healthier for you. Check for the USDA organic label on your coffee. Some brands may claim to be organic, but you cannot be sure they adhere to USDA organic standards unless their product bears the label. Opt for decaf coffee if you have certain health conditions. You should stick to decaf coffee if you are pregnant. Studies suggest that caffeine may stunt fetal growth and increase risk of stillbirth or miscarriage. 4. Caffeine may also complicate regulation of hypertension and diabetes, so decaf is probably the best option if you have either of these conditions. If you are pregnant, 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day should still be safe. One fine day my fiancée called me a snob for not wanting to try a new coffee. To her mind, I was being closed-minded and arrogant for thinking that I knew everything about the beans. In the end, I caved and tried the coffee. But to prove my point I did a blind, side-by-side comparison of the UN-named coffee and a blue bottle ABS Finca La Florida So. I was vindicated, but it got me thinking, how can you figure out if a coffee is good without trying it? The truth is, you can't. But there are definitely some indications that a coffee has the potential to be good. Here are the things to look for. What to look for in a good bag. A respected roaster. The chances are that if you are buying coffee from a roaster you respect, then you are probably getting a high-quality product. The coffee may not be to your taste exactly. For example, I usually don't care for Indonesian coffees, but it should be relatively free of flaws. This is the single easiest way to ensure you're buying a decent cup. Roast date by fresh coffee. Even more importantly, make sure that the package has the roast date labeled on it. I've had people try to tell me that roast date doesn't matter. When you hear that, turn around and leave. The chances aren't good that you'll get a cup worth remembering. Whole beans. I understand that not everybody has a grinder at home. Ideally, if this is the case, you should buy the whole bean bag, and then have the cafe, or supermarket or whatever grind it for you. If the packaging says ground, you're barking up the wrong tree. Coffee that is manufactured and ground right then and there may offer an okay cup, but it shows a lack of understanding about how truly exceptional coffee needs to be treated. Terroir and farm. Most coffee snobs have a preference for a region when it comes to coffee, but that isn't what this is about. If you only ever stuck to your wheelhouse you would never get to try some of the amazing coffees that exist in the world. Check the packaging, and lacking that, ask the barista about the sourcing for the beans. If the barista doesn't know, and the package doesn't say, you are more likely to get an indifferently sourced coffee. Simply having the country, however, is not enough. Because of the way that coffee is traditionally, that is not direct trade, sourced. Country of origin alone will tell you little about the beans. Look for some indication of the farm, region or co-op the beans are from. Even better, look for some marking as to the wash and drying process. Attention to details like this on the part of the roaster are essential for a truly good cup. Even if you are buying a blend, which often won't have as much information about source, a good roaster will give some indications as to where the component coffees come from. Cupping notes. These will at least let you know that the roaster has tried their coffee. If there are notes like pipe tobacco or tar, you may be looking at a nice way of saying we roast the crap out of our poor beans or we buy muddy beans in the first place. That isn't always the case. Sometimes a coffee is bold and earthy and isn't a bad thing. At the same time, caffeine has been linked to health benefits. Caffeinated coffee, but not decaf, has been associated with lower risk of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia. Talk to your doctor to see
If you liked the video, subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos. Check the description below and thank you so much for watching.